it's Jessie V, and today we're going to be talking about Beanie Babies. The good, the bad, and the ugly. There are so much more to Beanie Babies that you probably didn't know. There are Beanie Baby urban legends. There are creepy Beanie Babies that were actually out in the market for people to buy. There are really strange things that people have done for Beanie Babies. Because if you think about it, back in the day when like Beanie Babies were a thing, they had a huge cult following, okay? I'm pretty sure every single one of you guys had a Beanie Baby at some point in your life. In fact, you probably still have Beanie Babies, okay? I bet they're sitting on a shelf in your room right now, actually. I love how I'm talking about Beanie Babies and I'm wearing like a Beetlejuice top. Look at this. There's even stripes on the bottom. I'm just like rocking the Beetlejuice. I love how I'm like dancing around and someone's clearly like looking at me outside of my house. Hey, what's up? Like I always say, someone is always parked in front of my driveway watching me film. Love having an audience. Before I get into all of this creepiness, I just want to remind you guys that you are invited to the Running with Violet Season 2 premiere. It's on July 11th at 7 p.m. So all of my V team members living in Ontario, Canada, the premiere is going to be at the TIFF Bell Lightbox in Toronto. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be walking down the red carpet with the cast. You'll be able to meet me, hug me, take pictures with me. I haven't done a meet and greet in Toronto in I think 2 years. And it's not even just a Jessie V meet and greet. The more important part is that it's the season 2 premiere of Running with Violet. I play the character Frankie in the show. So we're gonna be able to watch it all together. It's gonna be so much fun. The ticket link is down below in the description. There is regular admission and VIP admission. The VIP one is a meet and greet added on to that. There are only 50 of those tickets available, so they're probably gonna sell really, really fast. So get yours as soon as possible, but I can't wait to see you there, guys. Okay, so let's get into this video. There is an urban legend surrounding Beanie Babies that really used to freak me out when I first heard about it. I feel like 98% of you guys probably have heard of this urban legend, but we're gonna like delve deep. We're gonna delve deep into it right now. There was a rumor that back in the 90s, spider eggs were used to fill the Beanie Babies. You know when you squeeze a Beanie Baby, you feel like little bead type things in their tummy? Their tummies are squishy. Well, there was a rumor going around that those were brown recluse spider eggs that were inside of them. Do you know what those spiders look like? They are absolutely horrifying. I would never want those eggs inside of my Beanie Baby. So it was basically said that if you bought your Beanie Baby in 1990, those eggs were inside. And then in 2014, an article started circling the internet, basically saying that the spider eggs were starting to hatch. I'm gonna read you exactly what the article says because you need to hear this. For nearly 2 decades now, your Beanie Babies have served as protective sacks for the spider eggs they harbor, providing a warm, dark atmosphere for the arthropods to pass through their larval stages. Is this science class? Each Beanie Baby is stuffed with approximately 6,000 spider eggs. Though unless you've been storing them in a secure, low humidity environment, you should realistically only expect between 800 to 1,000 spiders to spawn through your Beanie Baby's fabric. Only 800 to 1,000 to spawn. Now, this article was being shared everywhere, all over Facebook. All of the parents were getting this, and people believed it, and people went into a full-blown panic. People were throwing out their Beanie Babies left, right, and center. People were worried because some people couldn't find their Beanie Babies. Some people had them packed away in their storage in the basement. So they were worried they wouldn't get to them on time and they'd have a full-blown spider infestation in their house. The article continues, alright? It's terrifying. Aren't sure if your Beanie Baby has released its spiders yet? Well, you'll know your beanie's fur is about to tear open when you see hundreds of spider legs start piercing through the fabric in an effort to escape. You might even notice little Pugsley or Bongo lurching forward inch by inch as the spiders collectively attempt to break free from their snuggly resting place. I'm so disturbed right now. This article was obviously fake news. It was an article written to try and go viral. It was a troll on the internet trying to freak everybody out. Honestly, when I first heard about this back in 2014, I kind of believed it at first. I mean, it's a pretty believable article when you read it for the first time. But just so you know, it wasn't true, okay? Snopes even debunked it, and like Snopes is like a pretty reliable site, I would say, right? I'm pretty sure I know. Because if you think about it logically, brown recluse spider eggs don't just lay dormant for 20 years. When a spider lays its eggs, they hatch within 1 to 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure. Let me check that information just so I know. Oh, these little eggs usually hatch about a month after they're laid, so it doesn't take them 20 years to suddenly just like spawn spiders. And secondly, the manufacturer Ty released a statement saying that what's inside the Beanie Babies are just small plastic pellets. What's ironic though is that there is a Beanie Baby named Eggs the Bear, but it's for Easter. It's an Easter bear. I love how the manufacturer is named Ty and my fiance's name is Ty, so this whole video I'm gonna be saying Ty and like thinking about him, but it's actually Beanie Babies. Anyways, so now we're gonna talk about the most disturbing and controversial Beanie Babies, because believe it or not, there are controversial Beanie Babies. This is kind of like the McDonald's Happy Meal toy video because they had like controversial ones that were pulled. Well, these guys did too. The first one is Luau the pig. I really hope I'm pronouncing this right. If I'm not, don't hate me. I just really suck at pronunciations. This pig is named after the ancient Hawaiian feast in which a pig is roasted over an open fire as the main course. So people thought this was a bit strange because it's almost like naming a cow hamburger, you know what I mean? You're like naming him his fate, which is kind of horrible. Okay, the next controversial bear is called Billionaire the Bear. So in 1998, Ty made $2 billion just from selling Beanie Babies. It still sounds like I'm talking about my fiance. He didn't make $2 billion from Beanie Babies. The company did. So in celebration of them making billions of dollars, they came out with this bear that had a dollar sign, and it was called Billionaire the Bear, and they gave them out to all of their employees and also sold them in the stores. So employees felt kind of bad about this because the company is showing off how much money they made, and the employees are slaving away selling these Beanie Babies, not even making near that. And here they are with this bear that's like, ha! I made $1 billion and you didn't. And from 1998 to 2006, every year they came out with a new billionaire bear that they would give out to people. And it didn't sit well with the employees. It says, there's nothing employees love more than a physical reminder that they're working to help some other person make millions of dollars they'll never see. I mean, yeah, it sucks. The next controversial Beanie Babies were called Smart, Smarter, Smartest, and Smarty the Owls. So these 4 owls were released every single graduating year. So Smart was released in 2001, Smarter was released in 2002, etc., etc. So every year the owls had like a smarter name. So each graduating class before felt dumber than the ones after them. Does that make sense? So students were feeling a bit offended by this, but I mean, I don't know guys, they're just Beanie Babies. The next bear was called Poopsie the Bear. Who does this look like to you guys? A lot of people were saying this was a huge ripoff of Winnie the Pooh. And I mean Winnie the Pooh, Poopsie the Bear, Pooh and Poopsie. It's all about poop here. Anyways, people were like, wow, you're literally copying Winnie the Pooh. So this bear kind of got a bad rep. And I mean, I see the similarities here. The next bear that didn't go so well was Pinata the Bear. If you give kids a toy that is named Pinata, they're automatically gonna beat it and try and get out whatever inside of it. So kids were given this bear and they would try and destroy it thinking there was candy inside. But there wasn't. There was either spider eggs or little beads. No, there's no spider eggs. This next Beanie Baby really creeped people out. It was called Runner the Mongoose. And just looking at it, it looks totally fine. But when you read what's inside the little heart card, you'll see why. On its tag, it had this: I'm not so mean, I'm really shy, but every cobra has to die. I'll grab them by their little head and whack them till they're stone cold dead. Imagine giving a kid that. I mean, a lot of parents weren't too impressed by this little tag, and it's so bizarre how they would write that, because aren't Beanie Babies supposed to be like really cute and sweet and like not saying stuff like that? And the last bear I'm gonna talk about also really creeped people out. It was a bear called The End. Just The End. And this is what the description of the bear says. He is the Omega of Beanie Babies, the one who comes to destroy all that has come before. He is undefeatable. He is implacable. He is death. He is the end of all things Beanie. Okay! Obviously the company Ty didn't write that. It was just this person, I guess in an article, wrote that. But like, who names a Beanie Baby the end? What occasion can you give somebody that? Like when they're dying? Like, we're gonna end off this video with some weird facts about Beanie Babies. The first fact is that a couple actually went to court about their Beanie Babies. So it was this married couple, they had a huge collection of Beanie Babies, they wanted to get a divorce, so they had to go to court to try and evenly split up their Beanie Babies. They went to court over their Beanie Babies. It says their collection had a value of $5,000, so okay, you know what? They did have a large collection, I get that. But can't you sort that out between the two of you? You know what I mean? Give both of them an equal amount of Beanie Babies, problem solved. But they had to actually take this to court with a jury, with witnesses. Come on, guys. The next fact, remember how like everybody in your life told you that you can't tear off the tag on the Beanie Baby? Well, that is because if you ever tried to sell it in the future, Beanie Babies were worth 50% less if you tore off the tag. So they're just more valuable with that red heart on their ear. And the last weird fact is that Ty once made a typo on the Beanie Baby tag. It was on a little white bear called Valentino, and some of the tags spell original wrong. They spell it with 2 eyes on the tag. And because a typo had never been made before on a Beanie Baby, these bears are now worth a lot of money. They're super rare and worth a lot. So if you have little, what is his name? Little white bear Valentino, and he has 2 eyes in original, you can be earning some cash. Anyways though guys, those are all of the Beanie Baby facts that I'm gonna talk about today. If you guys like me doing these nostalgic videos about toys you had as a kid that had something wrong with them or creepy facts, give this video a thumbs up. I definitely want to turn this into a series. And yeah, also don't forget to get your tickets for the Running with Violet premiere down below in the description. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.